Ladies and gentlemen, hello everybody. I'm Professor Wasida from the University of Tucson. I'm very pleased to contribute for this tribute to Professor Dr. Engineer Carlos Quadros, Mozambique. Professor Carlos Quadros is a person who has human qualities and technical skills. I can summarize this by saying he's a team leader, he's a good friend and supporter, and he's a good collaborator and more. Professor Carlos Quadros, a team leader. Let us first remind that between 2005 and 2009, it was for Africa a success for being well presented in the International Society for Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. In 2007, in Yaoundé, Cameroon, was held the 14th African Regional Conference of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. And there it was my first contact with Professor Carlos Quadros. It was the occasion also to the establishment of the Mozambique Geotechnical Society by the support provided Professor Pedro Pinto, the past president of ISSMG. This is the logo of the Mozambique Geotechnical Society. And being a member of the International Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, so the Mozambique Society bid and won to host the 15th African Regional Conference. This African Conference took place in Maputo 2011, supported by the South African Institution of Civil Engineers. So in that way, we can say it is an excellent start for the Mozambique Society under the leadership of Professor Carlos Quadros, with a good, very good collaborator, engineer Saturnino Chambeze. Here we can see the first page of the minutes of the fourth meeting of the Conference Advisory Committee that took place at the University of Pretoria, preparing for the African Regional Conference that took place in Maputo. And in the table we can see that Carlos Quadros, the president of the Mozambique Society, and Saturnino Chambeze is the Secretary General. And since that time, the launch of the Mozambique Society, it is yet among the most African active society. It's a good sign. And I will remember the last international seminar in Maputo, October 2019, that was supported by the presence of the board member of the International Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. Second, Professor Carlos Quadros, good friend and supporter. Why? We share the same vision for the future of geotechnical engineering in Africa. We are hard workers and trying to solve challenging problems and situations in our countries. And just to tell that African geotechnical engineers are capable to compete with their peers worldwide. So yes, we can. More than this, during my two bids for the presidency of the International Society for Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, 2017-2022, I benefited full support from the Mozambique Society. I have to say thank you very much, especially to Professor Carlos Quadros. Third, Professor Carlos Quadros, good collaborator and more. Indeed, in 2020, at the COVID time, I received an email from Hans Titi, and in this email, introducing himself as a student of Professor Carlos Quadros, and he was trying to collaborate with myself about the design of what we call the floating stone columns when we have deep soft soils. So this message was well written by Hans Tete, and I was very pleased to be contacted for co-supervising him in this work. So I can say it was a good chance and nice opportunity to collaborate between Africans, just supervising students online. Here we can see a letter stating that myself, I contributed to the diploma thesis of Hans Titi as a co-supervisor of Professor Carlos Quadros, and he contributed to the success of this work by sharing useful material references and attending online discussion session and reviewing the design presented by the students. So it was really a nice experience to co-supervise Hans Dete. Thanks a lot, Professor Carlos Quadros, to make me involved in. And then, to conclude, I would like to say the following. Professor Carlos Quadros, you are the right educator that Africa needs to move on, and a team leader. And this to confirm, yes, we have to believe in ourselves. That way, the future generation takes the lead nicely. Finally, Professor Carlos Quadros, you really deserve this great tribute. I wish you all the best. Please accept my deepest and warm regards. Please keep well. Your friend Munir. Thank you very much.